there are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.
CBeebies Bedtime Story.
Hello, I'm Emily, and where else would I be but here at Glastonbury Festival? My dad and I love music, and that's why we put on Glastonbury Festival, so others who love music just as much as we do have a special place to come to sing and dance and be together. It doesn't matter where you're from or what music you like, everyone belongs here at Glastonbury. I just love how music threads through the festival's crowds and lifts everyone's spirits. It feels magical. But what happens when the music stops? Tonight's bedtime story is about a town where the music suddenly disappears. It's called The Song for Everyone, and it was written and illustrated by Lucy Morris. It was just a tiny window, too high in the eaves to be noticed from below, and too small to let in much daylight. Yet one morning, out came a delicate tune. A melody, a song, a sound so sweet drifted out onto the breeze and down the lanes below. The schoolboy had a long and lonely walk each morning. As he passed beneath the small window, he stopped to listen to the music. His loneliness instantly forgotten, he felt as light as a feather. The music and the delighted boy bounced away together. Nearby, the old lady hobbled slowly to town for bread and milk. She felt the chill of the breeze in her aching bones. As she walked, a trickle of notes tickled in her ears. She rested for a moment beneath the little window and listened. The sound flowed down and wrapped itself around her weary body. At that moment, she felt so lively and full of joy. Tired and hungry, the cat from nowhere in particular took a nap in the afternoon sun. Her ears pricked up at the delicate sound. The music seemed to be whispering, little cat, follow me." Notes dangled just out of reach and led her to the children from Rose Lane who longed for a cat of their very own. Over time, it seemed that the music gave the townspeople something they had been missing. It searched out the lonely and lost, the needy and sad. And above all, it made the people of the town care for one another. They shared food and stories and kindnesses. The days passed in peace and contentment. Until one morning, without warning, the window was completely and utterly silent. All the townspeople woke feeling exhausted and grumpy. The bread wouldn't rise, the milkman arrived late, and the cafe owner simply stayed in bed. Even the flowers drooped in their window boxes. Why had the magical music stopped? What was to be done? A meeting was called and the matter discussed. The lonely schoolboy felt brave enough to climb up to the little window. Eventually, he reached the wonky ledge and he hopped inside. There, in the dusty corner, lay a tiny wren. She opened her beak, but no sound escaped. "It was just you singing for us," he asked. "You must be so tired." "I will help you," the boy whispered, and the little bird blinked back as though she understood every word. The boy shouted down to the people below, and everyone knew just what to do. 2 long days passed without a sound from the little window. The townspeople anxiously awaited even the slightest hint of a tune. Oh, what a joy! A melody! A song, a sound so sweet. It drifted out onto the breeze and down into the lanes below, growing louder and more joyful with each beautiful note. Everyone leaped out of their beds and flew into the street, not quite believing their ears. There, in the little window, stood the boy and the wren, making music together, singing the song for everyone. The town did it. They remembered how music made them feel and realized the importance of working together as a team. I love how music can do that. It's almost magical. It can make people feel full of joy and bring different people together in harmony. I think it's time to put on some gentle, soft music now because it's time for bed. So snuggle up and dream of a melody, a song, a sound so sweet. Good night.
There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC Sounds. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.